What is the saddest fact you know that most people will not know? About a third of people with epilepsy don't respond to meds. There's this thing called SUDEP, which is sudden unexplained death in epilepsy, where a person goes to sleep and just dies. The astronauts likely survived the Challenger explosion. They were falling for nearly 3 minutes. The amount of tumors found in the average autopsy of elderly people is insane. How easily you can die for little to no reason. The amount of abandoned pets that know they've been abandoned. A successful marriage ends with watching your spouse die. As people age, they often experience loss of friends, family members, and social connections. In many cases, elderly individuals may find themselves living alone, with limited mobility, and facing health challenges that further isolate them from the outside world. Studies have shown that chronic loneliness among the elderly can have serious negative effects on physical and mental health, leading to depression, anxiety, and even increased mortality rates. Despite their wealth of life experience, wisdom, and often a desire for companionship, many older adults struggle with profound feelings of loneliness, which can go unnoticed by society at large. Very few people in your life would actually drop what they were doing to help you. Cherish the ones that would. That on the MH17 flight that was detonated by a missile, only some of the people on board were deceased immediately on impact. Some of them would have survived for a few minutes, hopefully losing consciousness due to the air pressure, but we don't know for certain how long that would have taken. This weighs on my mind because I have no idea where my coworker friend was sitting in relation to where the missile hit. I just know it took days for her to be found. Your loved one died, and say any last words. Edit. For context, I worked in a nursing home. People always ask, did they say anything? And the truth is, no. We obviously don't say that to the family, but death is not like in the movies. Also, a weird thing that happens sometimes is that 24 hours before death they get a sudden spike of energy, which may look like they're getting better, so it confuses the family members sometimes. Also, 80% die alone. Working with old people broke me a little bit. In most major US cities, they measure euthanized animals by the ton. Anything about Leica, the space dog. We are not the main character. The Olympics is the biggest child sex trafficking event. Basically, as soon as a city is named as host, a task force targeting child sex trafficking starts. At the same time, the recovery rate for eating disorders, and how emotionally damaging and ineffective eating disorder treatment often is, there is a species of extremely cute tiny porpoises with black banded circles around their eyes like a raccoon called Viquidas. https://www.pbs.org/net/files/2016/VAQUITA-marina2_g.jpg https://www.pbs.org/net/files/2016/VAQUITA-marina2_g.jpg. They are going to inevitably go extinct, poor little puppies of the sea. Less than. I choose to mention two things that are actionable. I don't know the exact stats, but the amount of perfectly good food being thrown away by every restaurant and coffee shop. It's literally trolleys, push carts full per day. How much money people spend to cope with life. So how much time and effort is wasted on crap that takes up space and gathers dust. These are actionable in your own life, as an individual. Try to eat healthy, and not throw good food away. And stop for a moment and think longer term before buying something. Why did I click this first thing in the morning on a Monday? 10,000 children die a day of starvation. Around 330 million pounds of food is wasted in the US each day. Heart disease causes the vast majority of deaths, at least in the US, And many people don't care about their physical condition one bit. If you're about 25 years old, you have roughly 2,600 more weekends left before you die.